What is happening here?
There's nothing left to say right now about that.
It all started on a sunny afternoon when Robyn and Kody were spotted walking near a local coffee shop, trying to enjoy a quiet moment away from cameras and the usual Brown family chaos. Fans quickly recognized them, and what began as casual greetings quickly escalated into a tense interaction. The couple's attempt at maintaining composure under scrutiny highlighted the pressures of living as a reality TV family. Merely walking down the street, they became the center of attention, and whispers from onlookers turned into pointed questions, some accusatory, some curious. Robyn tried to respond politely, smiling through the tension, while Kody's body language suggested discomfort and unease, a stark contrast to his usual calm demeanor in front of cameras. As the crowd thickened, one particularly bold fan raised a question about Robyn's personal habits and hinted at rumors that had been circulating online. Robyn's initial reaction was to maintain composure, but the intensity of the scrutiny forced a moment of vulnerability. The fan's tone carried a mix of shock and judgment, and in that moment, a detail about Robyn's day-to-day life that had never been publicly discussed came to light. The revelation was enough to cause a ripple among other fans, some whispering, some visibly taken aback. Kody, trying to shield Robyn, attempted to redirect attention, making small talk and using humor, but the tension only escalated as another fan brought up a different rumor that had been circulating about their household. Meanwhile, Janelle, who had been observing from a short distance, couldn't resist making a subtle comment that quickly caught the attention of the crowd. Her remark was laced with sarcasm, drawing attention not just to the moment, but also subtly shading Kody. Fans began to pick up on the dynamic, snapping photos and recording video clips that would later spread across social media. The encounter highlighted not only the challenges of navigating public attention, but also the complex interpersonal relationships within the Brown family. Robyn's response to the fans' probing questions was cautious yet telling. She acknowledged certain aspects without confirming the more sensationalized rumors, a strategy designed to maintain dignity while managing the public perception of her character. Kody's involvement in the interaction was also telling, as he oscillated between protective instincts and an effort to diffuse tension. This delicate balance underscored the high stakes of every public appearance for the family, where a single misstep could be amplified across social platforms and tabloids alike. As the encounter progressed, fans continued to press for more details, some in earnest curiosity, and others with a clear sense of entitlement to the Browns' private lives. Robyn's patience began to fray, her responses sharper yet measured, highlighting the difficulty of maintaining composure under sustained scrutiny. Kody attempted to interject, offering reassurances and attempting humor, but the crowd's focus on Robyn created a subtle imbalance, amplifying existing tensions between them. Janelle's lighthearted jab from earlier lingered in the air, adding another layer of complexity to the interaction, as observers speculated on the underlying family dynamics. The run-in exposed more than just surface-level tension. Fans observed subtle exchanges, body language cues, and fleeting facial expressions that hinted at deeper issues. The couple's attempt to navigate personal boundaries in a public setting revealed the strain of maintaining privacy while living in a world where every gesture and reaction is analyzed. Robyn's discomfort, Kody's tension, and the playful yet pointed shade from Janelle painted a vivid picture of the intricate web of relationships and pressures that define life for the Browns. By the time the encounter ended, it was clear that the fans had witnessed something more than a casual public appearance. The encounter became a topic of discussion online, with video clips and commentary spreading quickly across social media. Fans debated whether the details revealed were intentional or accidental, dissecting Robyn's responses and Kody's protective gestures. The incident highlighted the thin line between personal privacy and public scrutiny, illustrating the constant pressure the family faces to maintain composure while managing both internal family dynamics and external perceptions. The aftermath of the encounter sparked conversations not only about Robyn and Kody's public behavior, but also about Janelle's subtle commentary. Her shade, seemingly playful, was interpreted in multiple ways, from a harmless joke to a pointed critique of Kody's role within the family. Fans speculated whether this was part of ongoing dynamics within the household or merely a moment of spontaneous humor. Social media debates intensified, highlighting how quickly minor public interactions can evolve into widely discussed events with lasting impact on the family's image. As evening fell, Robyn and Kody retreated from the public eye, their expressions reflective and guarded. The day's events served as a stark reminder of the constant vigilance required in their lives. For Mary, Janelle, Christine, and the children, such encounters underscore the ongoing balancing act between family cohesion, public scrutiny, and personal boundaries. This single afternoon, seemingly routine, revealed much about the emotional labor, relational dynamics, and resilience required to maintain harmony both within the family and in the public eye. After retreating from the immediate crowd, Robyn and Kody tried to collect themselves, walking toward their vehicle while fans continued to whisper and follow at a distance. The air was thick with curiosity, tension, and speculation. Robyn's normally poised demeanor showed subtle signs of strain, a testament to how even minor public interactions could be exhausting when under constant scrutiny. Kody, meanwhile, maintained a protective stance, subtly positioning himself to shield Robyn while simultaneously trying to maintain a calm and composed front. The small display of body language spoke volumes to those paying close attention, indicating that there was more beneath the surface than casual public chatter could ever capture. As they reached their car, Robyn took a deep breath and muttered something under her voice about how intrusive fans could be. Kody nodded silently, a mixture of frustration and resignation on his face. Moments like these reminded them that their personal lives had long since merged with the expectations and assumptions of their audience. Every smile, every pause, every reaction became fodder for speculation. Robyn's attempt to laugh off some of the comments did little to alleviate the lingering discomfort, and Kody's protective instincts were heightened as a result. Meanwhile, Janelle, who had observed the situation unfold from a short distance, couldn't resist offering commentary to a few onlookers. Her tone was teasing, but there was a pointed edge to it, drawing attention to aspects of Kody's behavior that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. Fans immediately picked up on her shade, dissecting her words and speculating on whether there was deeper tension between her and Kody. The subtle interplay between humor, sarcasm, and truth created a layered moment that would quickly be replayed in social media discussions and online fan forums. Inside the vehicle, Robyn finally voiced what had been on her mind since the initial fan confrontation. She spoke about how exhausting it was to have every private detail of her life analyzed publicly, and how rumors and speculation could make her daily life feel like a constant performance. Kody listened, occasionally interjecting with agreement or reassurance, but the tension was palpable. Their conversation revealed the unseen challenges of balancing personal boundaries with the obligations of being part of a reality TV family. Even small public interactions had the potential to escalate into emotional strain that lingered long after the event itself. Social media had already begun buzzing with clips of the interaction. Fans replayed moments of Robyn's reactions, Kody's gestures, and Janelle's playful jab, dissecting each nuance. The online commentary ranged from supportive messages to critical opinions, and the speed with which the content spread demonstrated just how closely the family's actions were monitored. For Robyn and Kody, this instantaneous scrutiny added another layer of pressure, reinforcing the idea that public appearances, no matter how brief, required careful management. Robyn reflected on previous encounters and recognized patterns in fan behavior. She noticed that inquiries often started innocently but quickly veered into personal territory, testing boundaries and provoking emotional responses. Kody, too, recognized similar patterns, noting that his role as a husband and father often required him to absorb stress on behalf of the family. The couple discussed strategies for handling such interactions in the future, including polite deflection, humor, and selective engagement, but acknowledged that no plan could fully eliminate the unpredictability of public interactions. The day's run-in also highlighted the complex dynamics between the wives. Janelle's subtle commentary had drawn attention, both supportive and critical, from fans online. Her ability to insert shade without over-confrontation demonstrated her understanding of both family politics and audience engagement. Meanwhile, Christine and Mary were not present, but word of the incident spread quickly, creating discussions about how each wife managed their interactions with both Kody and Robyn. These layered relationships became evident to anyone observing carefully, revealing the nuanced ways in which the wives navigate alliance, rivalry, and support. Robyn and Kody's evening ended quietly, but the conversation between them continued well into the night. They analyzed what had transpired, considering both the emotional and practical implications of the encounter. Robyn expressed concern about how casual public moments could be misinterpreted or amplified online, while Kody reassured her, emphasizing the importance of maintaining composure and focusing on their immediate family priorities. This reflective conversation underscored the ongoing emotional labor required to maintain both their marriage and the broader household dynamic. The next morning, the incident had already become a trending topic among Sister Wives fans. Clips of Janelle's subtle shade and Robyn's visible discomfort circulated widely, sparking debates over intentions, family dynamics, and public versus private behavior. Memes, reaction videos, and comment threads proliferated, reflecting the speed at which the family's personal moments became collective discussion points. For Robyn and Kody, the incident served as a stark reminder of the challenges of living under constant observation, where even a brief run-in with fans could trigger lasting online conversations. Ultimately, the encounter highlighted not just the immediate discomfort, but the ongoing pressures of reality TV life. Fans saw only a snapshot, a brief moment of interaction, but the emotional, relational, and psychological layers beneath the surface were extensive. Robyn and Kody's experience illustrated the difficulty of protecting personal boundaries while maintaining a public persona, managing complex family relationships, and navigating the expectations of a fan base that often blurs the line between curiosity and intrusion. The run-in, though brief, exposed gross details about the dynamics within the family and revealed how subtle commentary, like Janelle's playful shade, could be amplified in ways the family had to manage continuously. The following week, the Brown family found themselves discussing the public reaction to the fan encounter. Clips of the run-in had gone viral, with thousands of comments analyzing Robyn's behavior, Kody's protective stance, and Janelle's subtle shade. Robyn admitted that while she understood the nature of fame and reality television, the intensity of public scrutiny was sometimes overwhelming. She explained that even though she and Kody were accustomed to being in the public eye, It was different when personal questions, some bordering on invasive, were asked unexpectedly in casual encounters. The impact was magnified when Janelle's commentary added an extra layer of intrigue for fans online. Kody reflected on the nature of fan interactions, noting that while he generally remained calm and composed, he couldn't ignore how much these encounters could affect Robyn emotionally. The couple discussed the unpredictability of fans, emphasizing that even well-meaning curiosity could turn uncomfortable if it crossed personal boundaries. Kody admitted that while he tried to shield Robyn, he also had to maintain his own composure, knowing that any reaction he displayed could be scrutinized and interpreted in ways they had no control over. Janelle's subtle shade continued to spark discussions among fans, with social media users dissecting every word and gesture. Some fans praised her for being witty and honest, while others criticized her for undermining Kody or creating tension. Robyn and Kody watched some of the online reactions together, discussing how different interpretations of a single moment could spiral into debates and fan theories. This reflection emphasized the complex interplay between public perception and private family dynamics, revealing how even minor comments could have far-reaching implications. The incident prompted Robyn to reflect on her approach to public encounters in the future. She considered ways to assert boundaries while remaining approachable, realizing that balancing authenticity with privacy was a delicate art. Kody supported her, offering strategies for diffusing potentially tense situations, redirecting conversations, and managing fan curiosity without conflict. Their dialogue underscored the ongoing challenge of navigating life as a reality TV family, where every interaction is both personal and performative. Within the household, the encounter became a topic of discussion among the other wives. Mary and Christine weighed in on how subtle commentary could influence fan perception, and how each wife's actions were magnified in ways that sometimes created tension. They discussed methods for maintaining harmony, while ensuring that humor, sarcasm, or playful shade did not escalate into misunderstandings. The conversation illustrated the complex network of relationships, communication patterns, and mutual monitoring that characterizes the Brown family dynamic. Robyn's reflection extended to the children and the broader household. She considered how they might perceive the encounter and the ensuing public discourse. Kody emphasized the importance of teaching the children how to navigate attention, criticism, and curiosity, using the incident as a learning opportunity. Together, they discussed ways to model resilience, emotional intelligence, and appropriate boundaries, recognizing that the family's public life provided both challenges and opportunities for personal growth. The couple also examined the role of media coverage in amplifying the fan encounter. Clips were shared across multiple platforms, with commentary that often lacked context, creating a narrative that could be misleading or exaggerated. Robyn expressed frustration over the distortion, while Kody emphasized the need to focus on reality rather than online speculation. They acknowledged that once content is online, controlling the narrative is nearly impossible, making composure and clarity in the moment even more critical. Janelle's involvement in the incident, though seemingly minor, highlighted the subtle power dynamics within the family. Her ability to deliver shade without over-confrontation demonstrated her understanding of social nuance, humor, and timing. Robyn and Kody recognized that these dynamics, while playful on the surface, could influence fan perception and spark discussions that reverberate through social media, creating pressure to respond, clarify, or manage fallout. The emotional aftermath of the fan encounter lingered for several days. Robyn described feeling a mix of relief and tension, knowing the moment was over, but aware that the public conversation would continue. Kody acknowledged that while they had managed the situation as best as possible, reality TV exposure meant that minor events could escalate into ongoing online narratives. They both agreed that maintaining family cohesion and personal well-being required consistent communication, strategic planning, and mutual support. Ultimately, the fan encounter and Janelle's shade served as a reminder of the unique challenges faced by the Brown family. Public interactions, no matter how brief, could reveal hidden tensions, provoke speculation, and spark debates among fans. The incident underscored the constant balancing act of protecting privacy, managing relationships within the family, and navigating public scrutiny. For Robyn and Kody, the experience was both a lesson in composure and a reminder of the complexity of life as a highly visible reality TV family, where even a simple walk to a coffee shop could have wide-reaching consequences. A few days after the fan run-in, Robyn and Kody decided to take some time away from public appearances to reflect on the incident privately. The stress of the previous encounter had lingered, and they wanted a calm environment to discuss the implications for their marriage and household. Robyn expressed how the fans' invasive questions had affected her, highlighting the difficulty of maintaining composure when personal boundaries were tested so publicly. Kody listened carefully, acknowledging both her feelings and the challenges that came with being a prominent reality TV family. Robyn recalled the specific moment when a fan asked about personal habits, framing it as curiosity but crossing the line of privacy. She explained that while she understood fans' fascination with the family, such questions felt intrusive and judgmental. Kody noted that the experience revealed the delicate balance they had to maintain, being approachable yet protecting their private lives. They discussed how small moments, like a casual run-in, could quickly spiral into public speculation, particularly when video clips and social media commentary amplified the event. Meanwhile, Janelle's subtle shade toward Kody continued to be a topic of discussion online. Fans dissected her tone and timing, debating whether it was playful, critical, or strategic.
Robyn recognized that within the household, these small interactions could have larger implications, influencing family dynamics and perceptions among the children and other wives. She and Kody discussed how to navigate such moments diplomatically, understanding that humor and teasing could sometimes be misinterpreted or taken out of context. The couple then addressed the broader impact on the family. Robyn noted that interactions with fans could create tension among the wives if not handled carefully. She highlighted the importance of consistent communication, ensuring that everyone understood the context and intention behind comments or gestures. Kody agreed, emphasizing that the balance of relationships within a polygamous household required consistent effort, particularly when external pressures intensified. Robyn also reflected on how social media had magnified the encounter. Clips from the interaction were shared widely, often with commentary that often lacked context from the situation. She expressed frustration at how quickly public perception could diverge from reality, while Kody emphasized the importance of focusing on the family's truth rather than online speculation. They discussed strategies for maintaining composure in future public encounters, emphasizing patience, measured responses, and mutual support. Later, Robyn considered how the children might interpret the incident. She worried that ongoing discussion of the encounter online could influence their understanding of family dynamics or lead to misunderstandings. Kody suggested using the situation as a teaching moment, guiding the children on how to navigate curiosity, criticism, and public attention responsibly. They talked about modeling emotional intelligence, demonstrating how to respond to intrusive questions without escalating tension or compromising privacy. The discussion also turned to Janelle's behavior during the fan encounter. While the shade she delivered was subtle, it was effective in drawing attention and sparking discussion. Robyn and Kody analyzed how this playful commentary might influence perceptions of Kody's role within the family. They acknowledged that Janelle's actions were neither malicious nor inappropriate, but underscored the complex interplay of humor, critique, and relational dynamics that exist among the wives. Understanding these nuances was essential for maintaining harmony within the household. Robyn expressed a desire to set clearer boundaries for future interactions, both with fans and among family members. Kody agreed, emphasizing that establishing consistent expectations and guidelines would help prevent similar incidents from escalating. They discussed how to politely deflect invasive questions, redirect conversations, and protect private details, while still engaging with fans in a way that maintained goodwill. This proactive approach highlighted the need for strategy and foresight in managing both public and private life simultaneously. As evening approached, Robyn and Kody reviewed the broader lessons of the encounter. They acknowledged that even small moments could reveal hidden tensions, provoke speculation, and spark debates among fans. The incident underscored the constant balancing act of protecting privacy, managing relationships with the family, and navigating public scrutiny. For Robyn and Kody, the experience was both a lesson in composure and a reminder of the complexity of life as a highly visible reality TV family, where even a simple walk to a coffee shop could have wide-reaching consequences.
The next day, the aftermath of the fan encounter was still fresh in Robyn and Kody's minds. Even though they had tried to shrug it off publicly, privately they discussed the emotional toll the situation had taken. Robyn admitted that the questions about her personal life, combined with the judgmental tone of some fans, made her feel exposed in a way she wasn't prepared for. Kody, listening intently, understood that these moments were an inevitable consequence of living in the public eye, but he couldn't ignore the discomfort it caused her. He expressed frustration that their privacy could be so easily invaded, and that even a casual run-in could trigger gossip and speculation online. As they reflected on the incident, Robyn recounted how a specific question from a fan seemed particularly invasive. The fan asked about certain habits and personal routines that Robyn had always kept private. While she tried to respond politely, the question struck a nerve because it touched on areas of her life that were rarely discussed, even within the family. Kody's protective instincts kicked in, and he subtly intervened, redirecting the conversation and attempting to lighten the mood. However, the intensity of the crowd made it difficult to fully regain composure, and the moment became a memorable example of the unique challenges they face as a family under constant scrutiny. Janelle's reaction to the encounter added another layer of complexity. Her subtle shade toward Kody during the interaction wasn't overtly confrontational, but it did not go unnoticed by fans. Online, discussions about Janelle's comment were immediate and animated, with some interpreting it as playful teasing, while others saw it as a pointed critique of Kody's decision-making and attention to his wives. Robyn noticed the shift in the conversation and silently acknowledged that navigating relationships within the family often required as much diplomacy as dealing with the public. Even seemingly small moments of shade could ripple through the household dynamic, influencing how everyone interacted in subtle but meaningful ways. Later in the day, Robyn and Kody revisited the events with a focus on what could be learned. Robyn emphasized the importance of maintaining boundaries and staying calm, no matter how personal or provocative a question might be. Kody reflected on the need to remain aware of body language and facial expressions, recognizing that even minor gestures could be amplified by fans and online audiences. Both understood that their reactions were being scrutinized, not only in real time, but also in videos and commentary that could spread across social media, influencing public perception of their marriage and the family as a whole.
The encounter also sparked internal discussions among the wives. While Janelle had been present for the interaction, Mary and Christine were informed afterward. Conversations revolved around family dynamics, the role each wife played in managing public interactions, and the strategies necessary to prevent tension from escalating in such situations. They discussed how to balance humor, diplomacy, and assertiveness, ensuring that boundaries were respected while minimizing potential misunderstandings. The discussion highlighted the ongoing need for coordination and communication among the wives, a task that required constant attention in a household with multiple complex relationships. Robyn also reflected on the psychological toll of constant public attention. She admitted to feeling drained by the expectation to maintain a perfect image while simultaneously protecting her privacy. Kody reassured her, noting that while reality TV amplifies stress, they could take measures to protect themselves and the children from unnecessary scrutiny. Part of this involved planning appearances, setting limits on engagement, and practicing measured responses to intrusive questions. The strategies were subtle but crucial for preserving emotional well-being while navigating the unrelenting gaze of fans and online commentators. Meanwhile, social media reactions were already in full swing. Clips of the run-in were shared widely, with fans debating the intent behind Janelle's shade, Kody's protective gestures, and Robyn's responses. Comments ranged from supportive to critical, and the rapid circulation of these moments highlighted the instantaneous nature of public opinion in the digital age. Robyn and Kody recognized that once an event occurred, it could take on a life of its own online, separate from the context or nuance present in the actual interaction. In private, Kody expressed concern about the way minor details could be misconstrued and amplified. Robyn shared her own frustration about being judged for personal matters that had nothing to do with her role in the family or on the show. Together, they discussed the importance of staying grounded, prioritizing family harmony, and resisting the temptation to react to every comment or video clip circulating online. Their conversation emphasized the dual reality of their lives, managing private relationships while navigating a public platform where every action and reaction is analyzed. The run-in also prompted Robyn to consider her relationship with Janelle. While the shade was lighthearted in nature, it reminded Robyn of the subtle tensions and rivalries that can exist among the wives. She reflected on the necessity of maintaining respectful boundaries and understanding the delicate balance of humor, commentary, and interpersonal dynamics within the household. This moment, though brief, illustrated how public interactions could intersect with private family relationships, creating both challenges and opportunities for growth and understanding. By the end of the day, both Robyn and Kody had processed the emotional impact of the fan encounter. They agreed on strategies for handling similar situations in the future, focusing on calm composure, subtle redirection, and protective measures for their privacy. While the interaction was over, its implications lingered, serving as a reminder of the complex interplay between public attention, family dynamics, and personal boundaries. For the Browns, even a seemingly minor run-in with fans could become a pivotal moment, exposing hidden tensions, provoking reflection, and revealing aspects of their relationships that were otherwise unseen. The following morning, Robyn and Kody woke with the events of the previous day still fresh in their minds. Even though the run-in had lasted only a few minutes, the implications stretched far beyond the brief encounter. Robyn reflected on the intensity of public curiosity, realizing that even small, seemingly insignificant questions could trigger scrutiny that affected her emotional state and the family dynamic. Kody, meanwhile, contemplated the challenges of protecting both Robyn and the family from the consequences of fans' insistent curiosity and social media amplification. During breakfast, they discussed how their responses might have been interpreted online. Robyn admitted that she had tried to remain neutral and polite, but the fans' tone and phrasing had created pressure that was difficult to navigate gracefully. Kody acknowledged that his attempts to redirect attention were partially successful, but also highlighted the difficulty of managing not only his wife's comfort, but the optics for their entire family. This led to a discussion about the role of public perception in shaping reality TV narratives, and how quickly private moments could be distorted when filtered through the lens of social media commentary. Later in the day, Robyn received texts from friends and family who had seen clips of the encounter online. Some were supportive, expressing concern over the invasive questions and recognizing the difficulty of managing public interactions. Others were more critical, questioning her reactions and speculating on motives or hidden meanings. Robyn felt a mix of gratitude and frustration, understanding that no matter how carefully she conducted herself, her actions would be dissected, analyzed, and debated by millions of fans. Kody, reading over her shoulder at some of the commentary, expressed both amusement and aspiration, noting how intense public scrutiny could magnify even minor interactions. Meanwhile, Janelle's subtle jab continued to dominate online discussion. Fans speculated endlessly about whether her comment was playful teasing, a reflection of internal family tension, or a deliberate attempt to assert influence within the household. Robyn observed the attention it received and considered how such moments, though small, could reveal underlying dynamics among the wives. She recognized that Janelle's words, though seemingly lighthearted, carried multiple layers of meaning and had been interpreted differently by each segment of the audience. The run-in also prompted Robyn and Kody to revisit household discussions about boundaries and personal space. Robyn emphasized the importance of having clear strategies for managing fan encounters, both in public and when fans approached unexpectedly. Kody added that establishing these boundaries was crucial not only for maintaining privacy, but also for protecting the emotional well-being of everyone in the household. They discussed potential future scenarios, identifying ways to minimize stress while engaging politely, and recognizing when it was necessary to remove themselves from situations entirely. Later that afternoon, the couple reflected on how small interactions could have long-term consequences. Robyn noted that even though the incident had lasted only minutes, the attention it generated online had created days of discussion and speculation. Kody remarked on the unique challenge of living under public scrutiny, where every action, gesture, and facial expression could be magnified, dissected, and interpreted in ways they had never intended. Both acknowledged that navigating reality TV life required constant awareness and emotional management, a balancing act that required patience and resilience. Robyn also considered the psychological impact of Janelle's comment. Though subtle, it had sparked curiosity among fans and prompted discussions about Kody's behavior and family roles. Robyn recognized that playful shading could sometimes create tension if interpreted as criticism, and she pondered the delicate balance required to maintain positive relationships while allowing for humor and lighthearted commentary. This realization reinforced the importance of communication among the wives and understanding the nuanced ways that interpersonal dynamics were displayed in public moments. The children were another topic of discussion. Robyn and Kody thought about how the fans' curiosity and social media reactions might affect their perceptions of family relationships. They discussed strategies for helping the children understand the context of public interactions without exposing them to unnecessary stress or speculation. Part of the conversation focused on modeling emotional intelligence and resilience, demonstrating how to respond to curiosity, criticism, or misinterpretation with grace and composure. As the day continued, Robyn began to share her experience with close friends outside the family. She spoke candidly about the stress of maintaining composure under scrutiny and the difficulty of protecting personal details from fans and online audiences. Her honesty highlighted the emotional labor involved in living a life constantly observed, where minor moments could be amplified into public spectacle. Kody listened, offering reassurance and support, and together they strategized about how to handle future encounters in a way that balanced authenticity with privacy. The evening brought a quiet reflection on the broader implications of the fan encounter. Robyn and Kody acknowledged that moments like these revealed the realities of their public life: scrutiny, curiosity, misinterpretation, and the pressure to maintain a composed image at all times. Their reactions, coupled with Janelle's comment, created a moment rich with tension, insight, and revelation, one that fans would continue to discuss and dissect in the days to come. The incident served as a reminder of the ongoing challenges faced by the Brown family, where every public appearance, interaction, and comment carries weight and meaning beyond what initially meets the eye.
In the days following the fan encounter, Robyn and Kody noticed a significant uptick in online chatter. Clips from the incident had been reposted multiple times, with viewers analyzing every expression, gesture, and comment. Robyn admitted that while she had expected some level of public reaction, the intensity and persistence of online commentary were surprising. Every small detail was dissected, and fans speculated not only about her actions, but about Kody's behavior and the subtle dynamics among the wives. The couple recognized that even minor interactions could snowball into broader discussions about family relationships and personal conduct. Kody reflected on how the incident highlighted the constant balancing act required in their household. Protecting Robyn's privacy while managing public perception was a recurring challenge. He emphasized that as a family, they had to develop strategies to respond to curiosity without escalating tension. Robyn agreed, noting that managing fan interactions required both emotional intelligence and patience, especially when dealing with intrusive or judgmental questions. They both acknowledged that the viral nature of social media amplified even the briefest encounters, adding pressure that extended well beyond the moment itself. Janelle's subtle shade toward Kody continued to be a point of discussion. While playful on the surface, fans interpreted her comment in multiple ways. Some saw it as a humorous observation, while others speculated that it revealed deeper tension between her and Kody. Robyn noted that Janelle's ability to inject humor while commenting on family dynamics was both clever and risky, as it invited online scrutiny. The couple discussed how these moments required careful navigation, ensuring that internal humor and relational commentary did not unintentionally cause misunderstandings or conflict. Robyn also reflected on the personal toll of such encounters. Maintaining composure while facing invasive questions required constant vigilance. She acknowledged the emotional labor involved in responding politely, even when questions felt inappropriate or judgmental. Kody reassured her, emphasizing that her poise and ability to manage these interactions were strengths that helped protect both herself and the family's public image. The discussion highlighted the ongoing need for emotional resilience in the face of public scrutiny. The couple then analyzed the ripple effect of the fan interaction on household dynamics. Robyn noted that even though the encounter was brief, it had implications for how the wives related to one another and how the children perceived the family. Subtle shifts in mood, comments, and body language could influence the household environment in ways that were not immediately apparent. Kody emphasized the importance of discussing these interactions openly, ensuring that everyone understood the context and could maintain harmony within the household. Later, Robyn considered the role of media coverage in shaping public perception. Video clips of the encounter had been edited and shared in ways that highlighted tension and intrigue, often omitting context that explained the couple's reactions. She noted that this selective framing could misrepresent reality, leading to misinterpretation and speculation. Kody agreed, pointing out that while they could not control how content was presented online, they could focus on managing their behavior and communication during public appearances. Janelle's shade also prompted discussion about interpersonal dynamics within the family. Robyn reflected on how playful comments could have unintended consequences when filtered through social media and public interpretation. She recognized the importance of understanding not just the words themselves, but the tone, timing, and potential impact on both family members and public perception. Kody added that navigating these subtleties required patience, awareness, and open dialogue among all parties involved. The couple then turned their attention to strategies for future encounters. Robyn emphasized the value of preparation, including anticipating questions, maintaining calm under pressure, and redirecting conversations as needed. Kody highlighted the importance of supporting one another during these interactions, providing reassurance and protection when necessary. They agreed that while they could not eliminate public curiosity, they could manage their responses in ways that minimize stress and preserve dignity. By the evening, Robyn and Kody reflected on the broader lessons learned. The fan encounter had provided insight into the challenges of public life, the pressures of social media, and the intricacies of family dynamics. They recognized the importance of composure, communication, and mutual support in navigating these situations. The incident underscored the reality that even brief encounters could reveal hidden tensions, provoke speculation, and influence relationships within the family. Ultimately, the encounter served as a reminder of the constant balancing act required in the Brown household. Robyn and Kody acknowledged that public appearances demanded careful management, emotional intelligence, and awareness of both internal family dynamics and external perception. The incident, while short in duration, had lasting impact, providing lessons in diplomacy, resilience, and the delicate art of navigating life as a highly visible reality TV family. In the days following the fan run-in, Robyn and Kody dedicated time to reflecting on the ripple effects of the encounter. While the incident had been brief, its impact on both their emotional well-being and family dynamics was significant. Robyn shared how unsettling it was to have personal questions thrown at her in public, even when the fans appeared friendly. The intensity of attention and the invasive nature of some questions had made her feel exposed, a sensation she hadn't fully anticipated despite years of reality TV experience. Kody listened closely, acknowledging both the discomfort and the subtle ways the interaction revealed ongoing challenges in balancing public exposure and private life. Social media had quickly amplified the situation. Video clips capturing Robyn's reactions, Kody's protective gestures, and Janelle's playful shade were being shared widely. Comments, speculations, and fan theories multiplied almost instantly, often misrepresenting context or tone. Robyn expressed frustration over the distortions, noting that small nuances could be interpreted in completely different ways. Kody emphasized the importance of focusing on their own truth and maintaining composure despite external opinions. They both recognized that once content was released online, public interpretation could spiral beyond their control, requiring emotional resilience and strategic response. Janelle's subtle shade had become a talking point across fan communities. Some praised her humor and insight, while others speculated about potential tension with Kody or strategic commentary on family hierarchy. Robyn observed how the public perception of even minor comments could affect how each wife was perceived individually and in relation to one another. She acknowledged the delicate balance required to navigate humor, critique, and familial relationships, understanding that these moments, though lighthearted internally, could carry amplified significance externally. Robyn and Kody also considered the emotional impact on the children. They discussed how constant public scrutiny and speculation could influence the children's understanding of family relationships and personal boundaries. They brainstormed strategies to model emotional intelligence and resilience, demonstrating how to respond to curiosity and criticism with calm and grace. The goal was to protect the children from unnecessary stress, while equipping them with the tools to interpret public attention healthily. The couple revisited their approach to public encounters, identifying techniques to maintain control over interactions with fans. Robyn emphasized the importance of assertive yet polite boundaries, redirecting conversations when questions became too personal. Kody highlighted the role of humor and composure in diffusing tension, protecting Robyn and maintaining a positive public image.
Together, they developed a set of strategies designed to manage expectations, maintain privacy, and mitigate potential conflicts during unplanned encounters. Meanwhile, discussions about Janelle's behavior prompted Robyn and Kody to analyze interpersonal dynamics within the family. Janelle's shade, though subtle, had highlighted underlying relational dynamics that might otherwise have gone unnoticed. Robyn acknowledged that such moments could serve as indicators of tension, alliance, or playful teasing, while Kody reflected on the necessity of interpreting intent without escalating conflict. Their discussion emphasized that understanding nuance, timing, and delivery was critical in maintaining harmony and clarity within a household of multiple wives and complex relationships. The incident also sparked contemplation about media influence. Clips and commentary on social media often framed the encounter in ways that exaggerated tension or intrigue. Robyn and Kody realized that public perception could diverge sharply from reality, emphasizing the importance of controlling their reactions and maintaining authenticity. They discussed ways to respond thoughtfully to media narratives, choosing when to engage, clarify, or remain silent, balancing transparency with discretion. By midweek, Robyn and Kody had integrated these reflections into a broader discussion about household communication. They recognized that managing internal dynamics, public expectations, and emotional well-being required intentional planning and ongoing dialogue. Both acknowledged that even brief public moments could reveal latent tensions, provoke speculation, and influence relationships within the family. The day ended with Robyn and Kody reinforcing their commitment to each other and the household. They discussed strategies for protecting privacy, managing fan interactions, and maintaining family cohesion. The experience, though stressful, had provided valuable insight into the pressures of reality TV life, the significance of subtle relational cues, and the ongoing need for emotional resilience. The run-in, while brief, underscored the complexity of public exposure and the delicate balance of relationships within a polygamous family structure. Ultimately, Robyn and Kody's reflections highlighted a recurring reality of their lives. Public attention, social media scrutiny, and internal family dynamics intersect in ways that require constant awareness and strategic response. Even a minor fan encounter could have lasting impacts, revealing subtleties in relationships, testing personal boundaries, and offering lessons in patience, diplomacy, and composure.
By the end of the week, the viral nature of the fan encounter had settled into a background hum of online discussion, but its effects on the family remained present. Robyn and Kody reflected on the emotional residue left by the experience. Robyn admitted that while she had maintained composure during the incident, it had required a significant effort to manage both the direct interaction and the subsequent public speculation. Kody recognized that these interactions, though brief, carried the potential to affect mood, communication, and decision-making within the household. Their discussion underscored the ongoing need for emotional awareness and resilience in navigating public exposure. The couple reviewed the social media commentary together. Fans had created endless threads dissecting every facial expression, hand gesture, and tone of voice. Janelle's subtle shade toward Kody was still widely discussed, interpreted as playful teasing by some and critical commentary by others. Robyn reflected on the nuanced dynamics revealed in public perception, how small actions, often intended humorously, could take on amplified significance online. Kody pointed out that understanding this amplification was essential for navigating both public life and internal family interactions effectively. Robyn considered the broader impact on household dynamics. Even minor public events could influence private interactions, creating ripples that affected moods, conversations, and relationships within the family. Kody emphasized the importance of proactive communication, ensuring that all wives understood the context and intent of public moments. Robyn agreed, noting that open dialogue could prevent misunderstandings and maintain harmony, especially when the family's behavior was subject to external scrutiny. The couple then revisited their strategies for managing future fan encounters. Robyn highlighted the importance of patience, humor, and assertive boundary setting, while Kody emphasized the role of physical presence and subtle protective gestures. Together, they developed practical approaches to maintain privacy without creating conflict, ensuring that both personal dignity and public engagement could coexist. They also discussed how to model these behaviors for the children, teaching them to navigate attention and curiosity with confidence and composure. Janelle's involvement continued to provide insight into family dynamics. Her ability to insert humor and subtle critique highlighted her understanding of relational nuance and timing. Robyn acknowledged that such moments, though playful, could reveal underlying tensions or dynamics that required attention. Kody reflected on the importance of interpreting intent without overreacting, emphasizing the value of perspective and measured responses in maintaining family cohesion.
The couple also analyzed media influence in shaping perception. Clips and commentary often emphasized drama, tension, or intrigue, sometimes at the expense of accuracy. Robyn expressed frustration at how quickly narratives could diverge from reality, while Kody emphasized focusing on the family's lived experience rather than external interpretation. They discussed the importance of authenticity in public appearances and the value of thoughtful, deliberate communication to mitigate misrepresentation. Robyn considered the emotional labor required to navigate these interactions. She described how even brief public encounters demanded careful management of expression, tone, and body language. Kody reassured her that her composure was vital in protecting both her own well-being and the family's image. Together, they reflected on how public scrutiny shaped behavior and required ongoing self-awareness and mutual support. The couple then turned to the potential long-term implications of fan encounters. Robyn noted that repeated exposure to invasive questions and scrutiny could create cumulative stress, influencing not only mood and behavior, but also relationships within the household. Kody emphasized the importance of strategies to manage exposure, including limiting unplanned encounters, redirecting conversations, and creating safe spaces for private family time. These measures were crucial in maintaining both emotional resilience and family stability. By the evening, Robyn and Kody had synthesized their reflections into actionable insights. They agreed on strategies for future public encounters, emphasizing calm composure, proactive communication, and protective measures for personal boundaries. The incident had revealed subtle relational dynamics, highlighted the pressures of public scrutiny, and underscored the importance of mutual support in navigating complex family relationships. Ultimately, the run-in with fans served as a lens through which the Browns could examine both external pressures and internal dynamics. Every gesture, comment, and subtle shade had significance, providing lessons in diplomacy, emotional management, and relational awareness. Robyn and Kody recognized that life as a reality TV family required constant vigilance, strategic thinking, and mutual support, ensuring that both public and private spheres could be navigated with grace and composure. The final reflections on the fan encounter brought Robyn and Kody to a deeper understanding of the interplay between public attention and private family life. While the event itself had lasted only minutes, its emotional and relational impact lingered, highlighting the continuous balancing act required of the family. Robyn expressed gratitude for Kody's support during the incident, noting how his protective instincts allowed her to navigate the situation with dignity. Kody, in turn, recognized that maintaining composure in the public eye was not solely his responsibility, and Robyn's poise and insight were equally critical. As they reviewed the week's social media buzz, they observed the vast spectrum of interpretations and commentary. Fans debated every nuance, from Robyn's tone to Kody's body language, and dissected Janelle's subtle shade as if it held hidden meaning. Robyn reflected on how easily public perception could diverge from reality, emphasizing the importance of focusing on lived experience rather than online speculation. Kody highlighted the lesson in perspective, recognizing what was within their control and what was beyond it, and choosing not to let external commentary dictate their emotional responses. The conversation shifted to household dynamics and the intricate web of relationships among the wives. Robyn acknowledged that even playful commentary or minor shading could reveal underlying tensions or provoke discussions that required careful navigation. Kody emphasized the importance of open communication, ensuring that intentions and feelings were clearly articulated and misunderstandings were minimized. Together, they reaffirmed the value of mutual respect, patience, and empathy, essential to maintain harmony within the family. Robyn considered the ongoing challenges of maintaining privacy in the context of public attention. She described how repeated exposure to curiosity and judgment could create cumulative emotional stress. Kody emphasized the importance of setting boundaries and developing strategies to mitigate stress, including planning appearances carefully, redirecting conversations when necessary, and providing each other with reassurance and support. These measures were seen as essential for protecting both emotional well-being and family cohesion. Janelle's subtle shade was revisited as a teaching point. Robyn reflected on how humor and relational commentary could be interpreted differently by audiences and family members alike. Kody added that understanding nuance, timing, and intent was essential to prevent small moments from escalating into tension or conflict. The discussion reinforced the importance of awareness and communication in navigating both internal family relationships and public perception. The couple also addressed strategies for future fan encounters. Robyn highlighted the need for composure, polite assertiveness, and redirection when questions became intrusive. Kody emphasized the value of humor and calm physical presence in maintaining comfort and privacy. Together, they created a mental checklist for handling similar encounters, ensuring that each public encounter could be navigated with confidence, dignity, and minimal stress. Attention then turned to the children and the household atmosphere. Robyn and Kody discussed ways to shield the children from the pressures of public scrutiny while modeling healthy responses to curiosity and commentary. They focused on teaching resilience, emotional intelligence, and appropriate boundary setting, using their own experience as a guide for navigating public attention responsibly. These lessons were seen as vital to cultivate both personal growth and family stability. As the evening progressed, Robyn and Kody reflected on the broader implications of the fan encounter. They acknowledged that public exposure, social media amplification, and interpersonal dynamics within the family were intertwined in complex ways. Even brief moments could reveal subtle tensions, provoke speculation, and provide insight into relationships that might otherwise remain unseen. The incident had offered lessons in patience, diplomacy, and self-awareness, reinforcing the importance of intentional communication and mutual support. By the conclusion of their reflections, Robyn and Kody had synthesized the week's experiences into practical takeaways. They agreed to prioritize composure, clear boundaries, and open dialogue in all future public encounters. They understood that while online commentary and fan speculation were unavoidable, their approach to managing interactions would define both their emotional well-being and the harmony of the household. The fan run-in, though fleeting, had become a powerful reminder of the constant vigilance required in public life and the ongoing effort necessary to maintain family balance. Ultimately, the incident with fans served as a microcosm of life in the Brown family. Public attention, private dynamics, and interpersonal subtleties intersected in ways that demanded awareness, strategy, and emotional resilience. Robyn and Kody's reflections emphasized the importance of composure, communication, and mutual support, illustrating that even the smallest public encounter could reveal critical lessons about relationships, privacy, and the challenges of navigating reality TV life. The experience strengthened their commitment to each other, their family, and the careful management of both private and public spheres, ensuring that the household remained stable, supportive, and resilient despite the pressures of fame.